Stitchers, it's Becky the Obsessed Stitcher back with an update. Today is July 4th, Independence Day here in the United States. It's a day off for me, so I thought I'd take the extra time to gather my goodies and make a video for you all. I've been watching many Flosstube videos, and everyone's always saying what a great community the Flosstube community is, so I thought I need to keep myself in it by making another video. So here I am. So I've got a lot to show you. A lot of it is thrift stuff and some knit and crochet. So I'll do it in segments. So first I'll do my whips. So I actually kept a calendar to keep track because I forget, and kind of my rotation is during the week, in the evenings, I work on one piece. In the mornings, I try to get a little work done on my little plastic advent pieces I've been working on. And then on the weekend, I do Saturday morning Christmas stitching. So I've always got something Christmassy on the go. And then I might continue to work on my, main focus for the prior week, or change, or just pull out something different. But it's a loose schedule rotation, but that's what I do. So and this is not really in the order that I did it. And also my last video was before Mother's Day. I decided to crochet an Afghan for my mother, and so I spent a week doing that, so there was no stitching there. And I'll put in pictures of my mom's and my dad's, because then it was Father's Day and I had yarn left over, so I crocheted him an Afghan, and the pictures are with him holding both of them. So anyway, I'll insert those here. And so that was 2 weeks of crochet and not stitching, morning and evening. But one of the ones I worked on for a week was my Moonflowers, and it is the companion piece to my Nora Corbett letters. I showed you the E last time I had completed it, and so this is like the centerpiece between those two letters. I have not started on the J. I need to convert the colors so that they're more coordinate with the E, rather than just do the called for colors on that. But this is my progress on Moonflowers. I continued to work, fill in all of this, and got in up there too. Added some of the green. So she's a big Mirabilia that at some point will be done. I really enjoy it though. This is on a piece of fabric I dyed. It's 18 count linen, not linen, 18 count Aida, and I really like the color of it. So it'll be gorgeous when it's done. I'm really happy with that. So I worked on her for a week, and then I also was part of the Blackbird Beetle Sow, and I have not completed it, but I did get quite a bit of time, or quite a bit of stitching done. But I substituted a color in that house, and because I didn't like the white that it had called for. This is all DMC, and then I did not write down the color, and now I cannot figure out what color it is, so I may be ripping that house out. But I do enjoy it. It's a different stitch. I don't know what it is about it, but just the pattern. It's different. I've screwed up some, but it's Angie. It's getting fudged, not frogged. Unlike your Lila Studio piece, you are currently frogging. Anyway, it'll get done. I need to figure out that house color, but it's fun. I love the little peacock. Super cute. So, worked on that. And then I also have been working on my Merrily Beams Friendship Sampler. That's my main focus now. I'm I may stop here and there to work on something else, but I'm going to keep this out and work on it till it's done. So we got some wildlife happening, and then we have some mistakes happening over here. I screwed it up, and I cannot find my snag nebbit. I had it in a index card, like threaded through it, so I could always find it because I was losing it before. So I had that, and I could always find it. It was in my little tin, and now I don't know where it's at. I think I'm going to go to Joann's today. I should pick up another one because I cannot get those stitches out. I didn't go far enough. I put in the handle there, and it was one over, so I frogged the handle, but the stitches in there, I've got one where it shouldn't be, and I'm having a tough time getting it out. So anyway, I just need to get the threads pulled to the back, but that's where I'm at, and it's a pretty quick stitch. There's alphabet on top, and then friendship, goes all the way around it, the word friendship. So I've got a ways to go, but it'll get done in the short term, whatever that is. And then also my Saturday morning stitching. I did one of the I do have the book from the Deck the Halls, this little Blackbird book. I stitched one of the strawberries. I haven't made it into a strawberry yet, but there is that. I just did it on some Aida, and I've started another one. And let me find the one I'm working on. This one. So what is that called? Once Upon a Midnight Clear. It came upon a midnight clear. So it's that one. So all I have done, and I did put in one extra stitch in the tree. You probably can't tell, but the tree is one stitch too tall. But that, so I need to correct that. But that's my Saturday morning stitching, and I've cut a piece of linen and wound it on here, so I can't tell, but I have a lot of it on here, so I'm just going to wind them up and continue to do them all because they're pretty cute, and I think it would be adorable to have strawberries ornaments on my Christmas tree. So I've been working on that on Saturday mornings, and this is my continued work on the my Advent project. So last time I had was working on one of the mittens, and now I've got 2 mittens, 2 stars, 2 stockings. Stockings are totally different sizes. They're going to be in different homes. I'm more of a fudger than a frogger. Gotta say, if I can get away with it, I will do that. And then this is the one I'm currently working on. I finished outlining the present and ball, and then I started this one this morning. So that's what I'm working on. And then I haven't posted this yet, but this is my July Flowers of the Month. And I'll put a link in, if I can, to the Sal and the patterns. They were free, and I just love them. This morning I had to stitch the bottom before I cut it out, so that because they're so close, I can't just cut it and without doing this, just a back stitch along each one. But they are so pretty, really pretty, and most of them have very little back stitching. And this one, the butterfly, has back stitching, but there's no back stitching in the flowers themselves. But I really recommend these, even if you just did the flowers, left off them. Actually, I put in the months. It didn't come with that, but I really like these. They're just so pretty. So anyway, I'm going to be putting that. I'll put in a picture here of my June one that I have at my office, and I took a little clipboard that Olivia B was giving away one time when we got together. It's quite a while ago, and I painted it green. It had kind of a funky pattern on it that I couldn't find a stitchy item to put on it that would coordinate, so I painted it green, that kind of, because each of these, the greens kind of run through all of the patterns, so they, kind of ties them all together. So I painted that, stuck June on it at my office, and now I will put July on it. So that's July. I did receive a couple gifts, so that's it for my whips. I don't even think I have any new starts other than the Christmas one. How about that? However, I have lots of new stuff. I was chosen in Melanie Smith's giveaway she did. It's been a while now, but I've held the prize to the side so I could share it with you and not before I disperse it into my stash. So I will grab it here and kind of go through it again. I haven't looked at it in a while, so she sent a pouch just full of stuff, and I will of course link her channel below. Thank you, Melanie. I thanked her when I received them. I was watching the video. Excuse me, just had my lunch. Watching her video, and she said my name. I was the winner. I was shocked. But I've been commenting, and that was the kind of thing she did. She's like, was pulling names of people who had been commenting all along, and I just, you know how it is. You click with somebody, and you like their videos, and every time they come up, you watch them. So I really make an effort to comment. I really do, because that, to me, that's the community, is interacting with people who watch your videos, comment back. So there are many I watch and don't comment, but I really make an effort to comment. So anyway, I had been commenting, and I won her giveaway. So this is a super cute project bag with this sweet inside fabric. So make sure there's nothing in it. So that was part of the prize. Oh, I'm surrounded. And then these cute samplers. Rose Briar sampler by From the Heart, needle art by Wendy. And I know she had got a couple little ones of hers. They're postcards or something. They're really cute. So that is a sweet pattern. And then Birds and Blossoms pin cushion. Isn't that cute? Love those colors. Thing. Yes, she did send these John James needles because she has that metal allergy, so she sent these along, and a sweet little card. And then these cool, they're hoops, sort of, but to make into a pendant. So those are cool. That stuff I couldn't get back in there. It's falling all over. And she's so sweet. She always includes DMC, because who can't use more DMC? I can always use more DMC, Melanie. I love it. Thank you so much. And this is a beautiful one, Neon Rays. That'll be fun. And then this little Mill Hill kit. What is it called? Counted. Not seeing the name, but it's a sweet little. I love the beading. Here's some more needles. Gold tapestry needles. Looks like she might have had those for a while. It was fun price tags. And a Q-snap, which I do. Well, I am a scroll bar addicted person. Sometimes you need something to quickly snap in, so I do like Q-snap, so I appreciate that. And then here's another Artiste Mini. It's a little bookmark, monogram bookmark, so you could, I'm sure there's an alphabet in there. It's really pretty. And then some pieces of fabric. Oh, here's a good one for today. Piece of fabric and a Christmas fabric. It's always great to have fabric. This is a big piece. This is beautiful. And this piece, pretty green. And then this, I'm assuming, Melanie, tell me if I'm wrong, but she has 2 bolts of linen that I don't remember where she got them, but she's got 2 bolts of linen. So she sent me this big, and it's doubled. Big piece of linen, and I love this natural color. So that was awesome. So thank you very much, Melanie. It was very generous. And if you haven't checked Melanie out, she's a kick in the pants. She does lots of crafts, so I appreciate that. I can relate to that. I've even gotten worse, which I will tell you about. And then I had sent Paolo, who lives in Basel, Switzerland. He loves Oriental patterns, Asian patterns. And I had, I've got 2 totes of patterns that I had. Even when I was stitching, in the 80s, early 90s, I don't even know if I stitched that long, but there was a needlework store or 2 in a local town who had gone out of business. And even back then, I can't pass up the deal. And so I, kept buying things, and I go to thrift stores all the time. Sometimes they'll just be so much. So I've got a lot of patterns. I like them. I hope someday to stitch them. So anyway, when he was showing his love of Asian patterns, I messaged him on Instagram, and I'm going to put in his Instagram and Flosstube names here because Crescent Moon something. Sorry, Paolo. Anyway, I sent him to him, and he was so sweet. I had, a little stack of them I sent him, and he wanted to, send me some stuff in return. Totally unnecessary, but I got it not this week, maybe last week. So again, he's in Switzerland. Look at this beautiful, where's this from? I don't know if it's Japan. Yes, Japan. This is Japanese postcard. It had a nice note on it. And he sent me this cool towel. It's brown to embroider on, so that will be fun. I have a few of those I need to embroider on. And then he sent me, there they are, these beautiful scissors. Look at this scissor, how funny it's showing up. Well, I guess it's purple. Showing up much more vibrant on there than it is. But then he sent me these wonderful little scissors, and these are great. These are great little scissors, so that was very kind in this beautiful little case. And then where he lives, I've never seen these here, but they get, and I can't really show them here. I'm going to pull back here and show you. They're DMC freebies, but it's only the pattern, so I've got a handful of those. Now I'm sitting here, I'm realizing I can't show them, but here. So there's about 10 of them. And these are, I'm not sure what colors they are, because they're just 2, maybe you have to choose your own colors. They're just 2 numbers, but they're DMC, so I'm not sure. But this one, these are the Coloris threads. So they have the 4-digit numbers, the 4500. So there's a few. Actually, I could show them. Let me, because they have a picture. So there's that one. I don't think they have names. And this is a sweet little 3. So you use the Coloris on those. So he sent me a nice collection of those. Organized here. So that was very sweet. I'm pretty sure he can collect them there at no cost. Pretty sure. Some are 2016, some are 2017, so they're pretty current. But oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. And Lorna, Ladybird Stitcher, just purchased one that was a tulip. But look at these pansies. Oh my gosh, it's a land art. But the way it's packaged, it's like a present. Oh, it's so nice. Get it open. Just cut my nails. Look at this. Look at this. Like a gift. Look at those gorgeous colors. Oh my gosh. Lovely, lovely. And beautiful fabric. It's not just Aida, which, hey, I stitch on Aida, but it's an even weave, I'm pretty sure. Pretty tiny. I'm sure it tells somewhere. Not quickly seeing it. But anyway, so, and it's got the pattern. So is that not a beautiful gift from a very sweet guy? Totally unnecessary, but so kind of him to send it. And he also, and that's I think how we connected quite a while ago, he's also stitching moonflowers. He's much farther along than I am, but I had seen it on Instagram. Oh, and also this is a Marjolaine Baston art. I had saw that before, but now I'm reminded with the MB there. But look at these beautiful. And Lorna had said, did she get hers off 123 Stitch, or she saw it there? I don't see. Hers was a tulip, like I said, but these are probably all, yeah, Marjolaine Baston's kits. But this, is that not beautiful or what? So thank you so much, Paulo. Again, I will link Paulo's and Melanie's channels down below. And then I don't know if you watch Pam at Stitching Between the Lines. She's another feisty New Yorker that I've gotten to know. I met her in Minnesota. She's a kick in the pants. And she had some open road abode patterns that, or she was talking about them, and the designer caught wind, and she, got a lot of interest going in her patterns, and sent Pam, the designer had sent Pam a bunch of them, and she was kind enough to share a couple with me, which they are so cute. So this is her business card. So Pam went to StitchCon, and she shared them there, and people were saying that if you just email the designer, she'll send you a pattern. So I don't know about that, but Pam shared the pattern she got with me. So this is her business card, and then on the back is a little trailer, and then they are just they're postcards, but they are just, here, I'll show you. This is the pattern that's on it, and there's another one. So they are really cute. It's DIY color. There's no color guide, but very cute. So thank you, Pam, for sharing that, and I will link Pam's channel below if you haven't checked her out yet. Check her out. She's also a beautiful quilter. She shows her quilts once in a while. I'm going to stop this and switch things around. Oh, you know what? Another gift I got. My friend that I work with went to Italy. She went to Rome, her and her husband, and she, totally unnecessary, but she did bring me some stitching back, and doesn't, I've been trying to get her into stitching, but she's not quite there yet. She does have a few cat patterns that I have given to her, but she doesn't know what a mirabilia is, and so she got this for me, not realizing isn't Italian or whatever. But I'm delighted to have it. I think it is very cute. It's called Crystal Christmas. So she got this she said a really tiny little needlework store in Rome. So I will at some point get that on the go. And then what is really neat is she got their anchor. Let's see what it says. Anchor soft cotton. So I don't know exactly what you do with them, but she bought colors that she thought would work with that pattern, but you would have to do it on Big 8 or something. So look at all of these colors. So they're not 6 strands. I'm not sure what they are, but they are, like this white is number 1, and isn't that anchor number 1? You know, is their white. So it is the anchor standard numbered colors, but I'll have to do some more investigation to see what to do with these. So they're really pretty, really soft, very nice. So that is the end of my gifts, my whips. Now for haul. So I'm going to stop this, reorganize, and then I'll be back. I'm back. I actually forgot a couple things in the earlier category. So I was contacted by Susan, who is Golden Stitcher 3 on Instagram. She's very sweet, and she let me know that she had a Marilee Beams pattern, and did I want it? And I actually, of course I want it. I didn't have it, and I think she asked me if maybe Marilee would want it. So I did ask Marilee if she wanted this pattern and any of the patterns I had. I would give them to her because, as we know, she lost everything in the Santa Rosa fires. But she said no, she was delighted that I have them and I'm working on them. So I wanted to share with you. And again, thanks Susan for sharing what she found. I can't remember where she found it, but so this is Be Not Weary in Well Doing by Marilee Beams. And it is dated not dated. Nope, it was originally bought at the Needlework Center in Clifton Park, New York. So that's funny. I'm not quickly seeing a date, but Marilee was designing in the late 80s and 90s. So again, isn't that beautiful? And look at the peacock. This cracks me up. The peacocks were big then, and now they are big again. And then Susan also offered this to me, and I said, you know, you could sell that for a lot on eBay or whatever. And she said she knew, but maybe somebody from her church had these. I'm sorry, Susan. I don't remember, and I didn't look up our conversation. But anyway, I said, sure, I'd take it. I thought this one was pretty cool. It's the Prairie Schooler Johnny Appleseed. And I love the progression of the trees and the animals in each one. So that will go in my stash and hopefully be stitched at some point. But I really like that. So thank you, Susan. And then I had one more whip that I did not share. I forgot because I had it in my new scroll frame project bag, which I will show you. So it's my Smith sampler that the last time I showed you, I just had this one motif up in the corner. And, oh, I have that up there just for later. But I am doing it in the silks. And so I've made quite a bit of progress. I worked on that maybe a couple weeks, but anyway, it's coming along great. So I had this idea that I wanted a project bag for scroll frames. As you know, I like everything on a scroll frame and I like to leave it there. I don't want to be taking it on and off. So here, let me show you. Hopefully, yes, I have a picture of the Smith sampler. So do I have a color picture? No. Well, here's a black and white picture. Yeah, so that's the Smith sampler. It's beautiful colors. Anyway, I wanted a project bag for scroll frames, but then I was concerned that these would damage fabric. So I concocted this thing. It's kind of a, my motto, close enough is good enough. This is close enough. But what I did was put in a panel of plastic. I had this plastic from my bed that the grandkids sleep in to, waterproof the mattress. And, the ones that spend the night now haven't had any problems in that department for a long time. So I feel free to repurpose it. So anyway, I made a drawstring bag that my scroll frame will fit into. And my goal is to make them, rather than my pillowcases I currently keep them in, this is going to be a big one, to have these and then have the window so you can see what's in there, and also the plastic is protecting the fabric from the wing nuts in there. So anyway, this is my thrift store fabric made with, this is my first drawstring bag ever. Took me a while to figure out how to do that. I'm sure I had to look it up because I did it wrong. Anyway, so it's got my pattern and floss in there, and I can see what it is. And I'm going to insert a picture. Did you know that when you sew on vinyl, it doesn't just sew? I was using tissue paper above and below, I can't remember, but then I realized that I do have a Teflon foot on my sewing machine, that's what you need to use. So now the next time I do it, I will use that. But this thing's a mess, but it does the job. It's not pretty, but it will work. I came unplugged there. Okay, so another whip, another generous gift. One other gift I received, which is related, but I don't know if you recall, my hairdresser had given me some items of stitching that were her mother's, and I stitched a sampler that was in the kit. I converted the colors and, put her name on it. Anyway, it hangs in her home. I see her once a month. I actually am going to see her tomorrow. But she had a friend they were clearing out their parents' house, and she grabbed this for me. It's a beautiful needlepoint stool. Where is it? I think it's kind of goes either way, but look at that. Hydrangea, poppy, peony, I guess. Lily of the valleys. Isn't that gorgeous? It's dirty, it's rough, a little bit rough shape, but what a treasure. And we have a lot of antiques in our home, so it will fit right in. So wasn't that a generous gift? I love that. Okay, now for haul. Let's go to Fancy Haul. So if you recall, I bought Spring Queen, the Mirabilia Spring Queen off of 123 Stitch. And it was like the last one they had. And now they're out of print. They're hard to find. And Autumn Queen is also out of print. You can find them, but they're pricey. But I did pick up Summer Queen and Winter Queen. So I occasionally go on to eBay and Google or put in Autumn Queen to see if maybe some silly person has put it up for $10, but you know, I paid probably for both of these together. It was about $40, so a little bit of a markup, but I grabbed them. I probably could have got them cheaper, but I just thought after watching Lorna, Ladybird Stitcher, she's starting one every Australian season. She's starting the one that coordinates with the season. So after seeing hers and the beautiful fabric she's got them on, I just thought, you know, I'm really trying not to buy anything or impulse buy anything. But those, I just thought, you know, I'm going to get those in my stash. And another total impulse buy, which I'm thrilled to have it, Kay Stitching. She's the one that likes all the pansies. She showed this, that she's working on it, and my mouth dropped open, and I did quickly go purchase it. It's Rosewood Manor Inspiration, but this picture just doesn't do it justice. I will try to find Kay's video where she showed this and link it below, because oh my gosh, it's just gorgeous, just gorgeous. Karen Kaluba. Yeah, the picture just doesn't, and I don't even think Kay had gotten into the center. She was just on the border. Oh, it was gorgeous. And then I bought these. This is a Flosstuber, and I will have to look up her name. I will put it here. I have no idea what it is. It's been so long. But she designed patterns, and so I went on to her Etsy. Let's see if I can find, Karen Bowen, KEB Studio Creations. So her Etsy channel, or Etsy store name isn't on here. But I thought that was cute. Black work American flag. And then I really like that Kingdom of Books pattern, that Russian kit. And this isn't that, but I thought these are pretty cool. So she's got old book spines. So I bought those two from K&B Studio Creations. And then I love me some beading, so I was on Stash Unload. I'm really not buying stuff, but I am. And I got these 7 kits for $20, and they're old, but that's okay. I just think they're fun to have. So that, I'm not going to take them out, but that one I have started. So that's a quilt, and then this one is Holiday Garden Gates, Frosty Garden Gate. It's a little it's got the ribbon on the sides already, so you stitch in between. And this one's got the little bunnies, bunny crossing. Oh, terrible. Oh, there we go. This one's another quilt one. Those are sweet. The bunny one. Oh, they have Miss Mittens. And Snow Family. So I thought for $20, all of these. This one's called Winter Woodland. Birds, and it does, all of them have the buttons in them. They're all unopened. So okay, so I think that's it for my cross stitch non-thrift store. So now all my thrift stores. So as you know, I hit thrift stores when I went to see my dad at Father's Day. He loves to thrift also. Loves to get a good deal. Not sure what the thing is. Go home, look it up. Oh my goodness, it was $400. So we both have one of those $400 stories. Mine are shoes. This is some pipe bending thing. But anyway, after we went to a family party up there, we had the afternoon and we hit every thrift store we could until my mother was calling, looking, wondering where the heck we were, because we were out till almost 6 o'clock, shutting them down, but it was fun. So what did I get on that trip? I know I got this frog for scissors. So I just need to find something to set it in, a candy dish or something. So I got that for $3. So it's a nice weight one. Not all this stuff is cross-stitch relating. I like to get, with all the grandkids I like to have boxes for gifts. So I got, these are just Walmart boxes, but $1 for each package. So I stocked up on boxes. Put all this. And then we went to the Cancer Society thrift store up there, which is a really nice one. And somebody had donated a lot of cross-stitch books. And they're a little more than I like to pay, but so they were $3. But I thought I really looked through them and picked ones that I wanted. This one is Marie Barber, Heavenly Cross Stitch, and I think this is the one that has the, I'm not going to find it. I thought this one had a Noah's Ark in it. Of course, now I'm not, there it is. I thought this was a beautiful Noah's Ark piece. So that is why I bought that one. And then Don Cooler's 555 country cross stitch patterns. I just like having all those little goodies. Not that I ever go and look to do a little cross stitch, but I think I need them. And I thought this one was beautiful. Cross Stitch Country Garden by Jane Isles. There's some beautiful things in here. We'll just flip open to one. Now here's a cute one, if I can get it in there. Little bee. Vegetables, beautiful. I like those. And then I always like Jane Netley Mayhew's art, and the cross stitch that comes from it. So this is 4 Seasons in cross stitch. That hedgehog, so cute. Oh. Yes. This owl is a beauty. So anyway, just with her name on it, I grabbed it. And I have a couple more here. Once Upon a Christmas Time. Got a lot of other things in it, but it's the typical one of these leisure art books. Lots of Santas. These are cute little gingerbread men. And then another 555 Donna Cooler cross stitch patterns. This one's a little more holidays. And it's that's right, each chapter has a big sampler, and then it's got all the little actually it has that sampler and then all the little motifs plus more. So anyway, so I added those to my collection. Let's see what else. Oh, that's right, I got this frame and it's falling apart. It's not just, I know there's like a plastic one really similar to this, Michael's or somewhere, but this one is ceramic or whatever it's made out of. But anyway, I picked that up. Bag's empty, that bag's empty. I think that was all that I got with my dad. I went and visited my sister. She lives in Reading. However, I spent the night with her and her husband, and she also likes to thrift. And so we hit a couple thrift stores in her area. So these are what I found there. And these are the Vanna scissors, she has said. And you get these at Joann's for $14.98, and at the Goodwill they were $3.98. And so I haven't even opened them yet. I need to open them, start using them. I got yet another scroll bar, a couple dollars I think. You can never have too many. And then here is this beautiful water can. It's a Lanart. It's not Marjolaine Baston's, but very pretty. I love their patterns. So pretty. I got this cross stitch and needlework book from, I cannot tell you. Let's see if I can quickly see it. Nope. Anyway, so a magazine. I thought that was pretty cool. I like that. And even that little alphabet sampler up there is pretty neat. Red cloths. You don't see moose in cross stitch very much, so I thought that was cute. Oh, I thought this one was really pretty. I don't think I'll do it, but I'm hoping that might ring somebody's bell. Pick that up. Oh, this one is little tiny woodland animals. Christmas. And this one is a reproduction sampler from the Kangaroo's Pouch, Southern Samplers Antique, 1839. So here is the reproduction, and here is the original. And it was done in 1981. Really light on those center alphabets, but the original looks like it's darker, so I don't know why they did that. I haven't checked the numbers, but anyway. And then locally, oh no, I also got this there. I thought that would be cool. I don't know, it was made in Oregon. Not sure. Is it a dustpan? What is it? A cheese board? I don't know, but I thought this would be a good spot, and it's got, actually I thought it had a little piece of leather in it. Anyway, so you could hang it, but I thought that was kind of cool. And then I also got Case Creation 18-inch scroll bars for $3. All the hardware. Always adding to my scroll bar collection. I picked this up yesterday. It's just a cute little tin, but I thought for 4th of July it's appropriate. So if I get a patriotic piece going, which I have quite a few patterns, that would be a good little storage box. And then the deal of all deals. What is this? Princess frame? Is that what they're called? So $1? No, half off, 50 cents, and this is in better shape than my other one. My other one is more beat up and not round. This one is rounder than my other one. So I think that's it. that's all of it. That's enough. I'd like to thank everyone for watching, for subscribing. I appreciate you coming back and taking the time to watch my video. I would promise to be back sooner, but we know how that is. It just doesn't happen. But after collecting all this, it becomes almost overwhelming to organize it and not want to miss anything. And, you know, as we, between videos, set stuff aside that we want to put on our video, and unfortunately, I'm just not that organized, so I do my best. I want to thank, you know, the people who sent me gifts. Wonderful. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you spending the time, and all of you contributing to this community that we have. It's really fun. I'm forgetting my knitting and crocheting. Oh no. Wait, there's more. So and that's not all I'm doing, but I wanted to share this cool crochet technique. First, I want to show Tina, if you're watching, here is I'm actually going to pull it out because I bought this yellow at a thrift store for cheap, but this white that matches it, because you can't get this yarn anymore, but this white is $15 a skein, and I just can't do it and have it sit for a baby that might come someday. So anyway, but this is Tina at Simply in Stitches inspired me. She always has that granny stripe afghan hanging over her chair, and I just loved it. So here is the granny stripe that I was doing, and in deciding not to knit this baby blanket, I stumbled upon this crochet pattern called Corner to Corner, and you start at one corner, and then I started at this corner, and then you build up, going across, and then you reduce. So this corner to corner, if you crochet and you haven't tried this yet, look it up on YouTube. It's really a pretty stitch and mindless, totally mindless. You can, once you got it down, which takes you about 2 minutes, you're good to go. So anyway, check that out. And in doing that, I ran across this it's Afghan, but you use a graph and you use that corner to corner stitch, and it's called a graphghan. And so I've graphed out for one of my great nephews, who's a San Francisco Giants fan, as am I, an SF, and you can tell it's on a graph. So each one, and I printed out their logo and printed out graph paper that I made out of an Excel sheet and put it on my light box and then traced it. And so again, you start in the corner, and the first row has 1, the next one has 2, 3, and then as you get up to where your picture is, so you do like 16 black, 3 orange, and 10 black squares. So you build it as you go, and it's like diagonal stitching, but you're diagonal crocheting. So this is where I have gotten to. I'm trying to figure out how to hold it and not pull out all my stitches. So I'm making it black with the SF and orange, so you can see we started in the corner, and then I'm going down, and then as I cross where the SF is, I don't know if you could tell. Anyway, so it's a fun concept. If you look online, and there's videos that tell you exactly how to do it. Their pictures are a little simpler, like a teddy bear or a ducky or whatever. But anyway, I just wanted to share that. It's, again, the stitching is mindless. This puts some interest into it to get the picture into it. So anyway, all right, that's it. You've heard enough from this girl. Thank you again. Thanks for watching. Happy 4th of July. Happy stitching. Bye.